All right, in this explainer, we're diving into the invisible battleground that's all around us. No, seriously, the air itself. We're talking about Wi-Fi.
Picture this. You walk into a coffee shop, and you see that beautiful, beautiful sign, free Wi-Fi. Of course, you connect. You check your email, maybe your bank balance, you log into a work thing. But that guy in the corner, the one staring intently at his laptop, he's not just drinking coffee. He's watching everything you do. Every single click, every password. Because you didn't connect to the coffee shop's Wi-Fi, you connected to him. Let's start the video.
Okay, let's get right into it. To really understand how Wi-Fi gets hacked, you have to completely change the way you see it. It's not a wire, it's not some magic box. Think of it like Chakra from Naruto or Nen from Hunter x Hunter. It's this form of pure energy that's just floating in the air all around us, connecting our stuff to the internet. But here's the problem with that energy. It doesn't have an off switch, and it sure as heck doesn't respect walls.
Yeah, see, your Wi-Fi signal doesn't just stop at your front door. It's not in some neat little bubble, it's a radio wave. And just like a radio station, it's broadcasting in every single direction. It spills out, going right through your walls, into the street, into your neighbor's place, and yeah, into that sketchy van parked across the road. And anyone with the right antenna can just tune into your station without ever setting foot inside. They can listen to every digital conversation happening in your home. So how do they tune in? What's their secret weapon? It all starts with one special command. You see, the Wi-Fi card in your laptop is designed to be polite. It's programmed to only listen to data that's meant for it, and it politely ignores the absolute tidal wave of other data flying around. But a hacker, they use a special Wi-Fi adapter and put it into what's called monitor mode. And that one command flips the switch. The politeness, gone. It goes from a courteous guest at a party to a total eavesdropper, listening to every single whisper in the entire building. And this is where it gets absolutely insane. This analogy on the slide, the Byakugan, it's not an exaggeration, not even a little bit. Putting a card into monitor mode is the real-world equivalent of activating an all-seeing eye. Suddenly, you're not just seeing your own data, you see everything. The invisible world becomes visible. You can see the chakra flow of every single device around you. Imagine looking at the air in that coffee shop and seeing these literal streams of light connecting every phone to the router. You'd see the data packets for your neighbor's Netflix binge, the credit card transactions from the cafe's register, every Google search, every unencrypted login. You can literally watch as someone types a message, seeing the packets fly through the air. You become an all-seeing God, watching a dimension of data that no one else even knows exists. It is a terrifyingly powerful tool, and it is the absolute foundation for any wireless hacker. They are no longer blind. They have perfect 360-degree vision.
So, okay, seeing all the unencrypted stuff flying around is one thing. That's scary enough. But what about breaking into a private, password-protected network? This is where the game changes. We go from passive listening to an active hunt. See, hackers don't just sit there guessing your password a million times. That's just in the movies. They are way, way smarter than that. They have a way to steal the secret key itself.
So when your phone connects to your home Wi-Fi, it doesn't just shout your password into the air for any Byakugan user to see. That would be a terrible idea. Instead, it performs this kind of secret mathematical dance. It's called the four-way handshake. The router sends a random challenge, your device uses your password to solve a complex math problem with that challenge, and then it sends the answer back. It's a super clever way of proving you know the secret, without ever actually showing the secret in public.
So here's the crucial part, the real kicker. The hacker, with their all-seeing monitor mode, is just watching and waiting. They don't have to do anything. They just need to record that four-step dance happening one single time. Once they capture that encrypted file, the hard part is over for them. They can take that file home, load it onto a powerful computer, and just unleash their graphics cards on it, trying billions of password combinations per second until they find the match. They're cracking it offline where you can't see them, and no alarms go off. Right. This is where the strategy shifts from being a patient observer to a full-on aggressive attacker. What if a hacker is sitting outside your house, but you're already connected? Your devices aren't doing that secret dance. So how do they get what they need? Do they just wait all day?
Oh, they don't wait. No, they force it. They use a power that is, and I'm not kidding here, truly godlike in the digital world. In Naruto, Pain could level the entire Hidden Leaf village with one terrifying move, Shinra Tensei, the almighty push. Well, a Wi-Fi hacker has a digital version of that, an attack that is just as devastating and just as indiscriminate.
And this is it. It's called a De-authentication Attack.
The hacker doesn't need to break anything. They just create these tiny little data packets and they blast them at every single device on the network. But here's the genius evil part. They make it look like these packets are coming from your own router. So every phone, laptop, smart TV, and smart fridge suddenly gets a message from a source it trusts that says, "Get out, disconnect now," and they have to obey. Instantly, the whole network just dies. Everyone is kicked off. It's total chaos. And what's the very first thing every one of those devices does? It tries to automatically reconnect. And in that exact moment, bam, the hacker captures the handshake from every single device. They just used an almighty push to force everyone to hand over the keys to the kingdom.
This all builds to what is, frankly, the most dangerous attack you're going to face in public. This isn't about brute force. This is pure deception. Think of it like the transformation jutsu, where the attacker disguises themselves as something you trust.
Let me paint you a picture. You're in a busy coffee shop, an airport, a hotel. It's noisy. You're trying to get work done. You pull out your phone, looking for Wi-Fi. You're not thinking about security. You're just thinking about that email you got to send. Your guard is way, way down.
You open your Wi-Fi settings and, you see two networks that look almost identical. One is the real deal from the coffee shop. The other is a fake, a total trap, being broadcast from the hacker's laptop in the corner. It's called an evil twin. To you, they look the same, but one leads to the internet and the other leads straight to them.
Now here is the truly scary part. Your phone is designed to be helpful, not smart. It will almost always try to connect to the network with the strongest signal. And guess what? The hacker sitting 10 feet away from you is going to have a much stronger signal than the real router buried in a back room somewhere. So your phone connects, probably without you even noticing. The trap is sprung. You think you're on the coffee shop's Wi-Fi, but you're actually connected directly to a complete stranger's computer.
And now, it's checkmate. The hacker is what we call the man in the middle. This is the worst-case scenario. All of your internet traffic, every website, every password, every message, every bank transaction is now flowing through their laptop before it ever gets to the real internet. They see everything. They can inject malware, they can send you to a fake banking site and steal your login. You are completely and totally at their mercy, and you probably have no idea it's even happening.
Okay, that was a lot of doom and gloom. I get it. But now let's talk defense. How do you protect yourself in this invisible war? It all comes down to the strength of your armor. And believe me, our digital armor has gotten a lot better over the years.
So way back in the day, we had web. This is basically armor made of paper. It is so weak, it can be broken in under a minute. If you ever see a web network, just run. Then came WPA2. This is like steel armor. It's strong. For over a decade, it was the gold standard. But it has that one critical flaw we talked about. It's vulnerable to that offline handshake heist. But now we have WPA3. And WPA3 is the Susano. It is a near-perfect defense. It uses a new method that, long story short, makes that captured handshake file completely useless. Even if a hacker hits you with a De-auth attack, the encryption is so good they can't crack it offline. It completely neutralizes their main strategy. It's an impenetrable wall. If your router supports WPA3, you need to turn it on right now.
Now let's talk about some things people think keep them safe, but really don't. This stuff is the equivalent of putting up a cardboard shield and hoping for the best. It's just security theater.
You might have a button on your router that says WPS, Wi-Fi Protected Setup. It's supposed to be an easy way to connect things with a PIN. The problem? Due to a massive design flaw, a hacker only needs to guess about 11,000 combinations to crack it. A computer can do that in a few hours, easy. WPS is not a feature, it is a giant gaping hole in your security. Go into your router settings and turn it off immediately.
What about other tricks? Some people use MAC filtering to only allow their devices to connect. Useless. A hacker in monitor mode just sees your phone's address and copies it. Takes 5 seconds. Hiding your network name. Also useless. The moment you connect, your device shouts the name out, and the hacker sees it. The point is, these methods fail because they're based on hiding, security through obscurity. And real security doesn't hide. It relies on strong, unbreakable encryption.
So what is your ultimate defense, especially when you're on a hostile network, like that coffee shop or the airport Wi-Fi? How do you make yourself an untouchable ghost, even when the man in the middle is watching your every move?
The answer is a VPN, a virtual private network. A VPN doesn't even try to secure the network you're on. It just assumes it's hostile. Instead, it creates a private, super encrypted tunnel from your device directly to a secure server somewhere else. All of your internet traffic travels inside this protected tunnel.
And this brings us to our final perfect analogy, Kamui.
Just like Obito could phase through any attack by sending himself to another dimension, a VPN makes your data untouchable. That evil twin hacker, they might still be the man in the middle. They might capture every single one of your data packets, but when they look inside, they don't see your bank details, they don't see your passwords. All they see is unreadable, encrypted garbage. Your data is effectively in another dimension, completely safe from their prying eyes.
So, we've pulled back the curtain. We've seen the invisible world of Wi-Fi. We've seen how hackers use their Byakugan to see everything, the almighty push to force secrets, and the transformation jutsu to deceive. But we've also seen the evolution of our armor, from paper to the unbreakable Susanoo of WPA3 and the ultimate dimensional shield of a VPN. The battle is happening all around you, right now, in the very air you're breathing. The only question left is your digital armor strong enough? See you in the next episode.